Hey everyone, welcome to our first episode of Rogues of Vättern. We're going to do character creation. Thanks a lot, Brian. And he's already in his timeout box. If only I had a way to control that from here.
Somebody poked holes so he could breathe.
Real quick, for everyone out there, what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to do a clap so I can sync this shit later. So first I'm going to go. Actually, no, we're not doing that. I joked. Brian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you, Adam?
I'm good. I'm good. You ready to make a new character that's not going to survive nearly as long as Emmett?
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Chris, are you ready to make a Marine?
Sure. Wasn't sure if it was Navy or Marine, but cool.
You can make a Navy. I don't care. They're
It'd have to be a corpsman, though, right?
he could be a dental tech or a chaplain. One of the religious specialists, like the guys that guard the chaplain. That'd be a kind of cool character. Like his chaplain got killed. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but seriously, that'd be awesome.
I'm good with a Marine.
Or
yes,
chaplain.
I am ready, and yeah, good to go. And hopefully he's not as much of an asshole as Murph.
Jeremiah, are you ready
Chris,
to make it?
I am. I am very ready to make a Marine. I'm wearing old unit T-shirt and drinking out of second Mardiv glass. So fucking Oorah, let's get this. I wanted to make a Marine when we started the Poland one, and you told me no.
That is true. Actually, I did tell you the exception was a like an MP or like one of the embassy guard, I think, and that worked out okay. Yeah. Kyle, are you ready to make a new character that might survive longer than any of yours?
I'm ready to make a brand new, unique character that's going to sound exactly like every one of my other characters.
With a really amazing French accent.
I take a chance and I get nothing but the crap for it, man.
Oh man.
Well, it was Canadian, so it wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. It was French Canadian, not just French. But
Yeah, if it was full-blown
myself-
French, you would have been way better at it.
Kyle, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
all right, so like I said, we're going to be making characters for our new show, Rogues of Vättern, which is going to be our Patreon-only show, but I decided that this one should go out there pretty much to everybody. So anyone who's a free member on Patreon could be here live right now. If they're not, hey, you could watch it later. And also, my intent is to put this out there in the public later on, also so that there's an example of us making characters in a video format for Twilight 2000. So anyone that's watching this has stumbled upon this, check out 2 Past Midnight, just in case you haven't seen it yet. I don't know how you'd stumble on this without that, but if you do, cool, awesome. All right. Everyone, I'm not sure if we should have everybody introduce themselves or not. Everyone's got their little name tag, and we could just kind of go from there. You guys want to get started on the character creation, or do you guys want to jibber jabber some more?
No.
Character creation?
Let's do this.
All right.
Ready.
So what we're doing is we're making
Yeah,
characters.
the guy who's a professional character creator at this point.
He's actually made more characters than he's played at this point.
Yeah, let's do another
That's
one.
fair. Yeah.
I'm good at this.
He's made some online characters.
I'm better at this than them surviving.
I'm going to make this
That's
one
why
disappear.
I'm so good at them.
All right, so yeah, we're playing Twilight 2000 4th edition from Free League, and we're going to be doing the life path rules and kind of walking through that. So, if everyone remembers, we've done this before, but since it's been a bit, let's go ahead and go there. You're supposed to start with a fresh and inexperienced young person, an 18-year-old with a coolness under fire of D. So all your coolness under fire start at a D. Supposed to choose a nationality. If anyone wants to play a character that's not American, I'm okay with that, depending on the option. If you got something really cool, that'd be great. Another NATO country would be ideal, or a Swede would be cool. So just don't butcher the Swedish accent, please. You want to wait and decide on nationality later, potentially?
Oh,
depending
me?
on, yeah.
No, I'm gonna go United States, but also I was gonna roll for state, which is a thing that we at Dork Day Afternoon, Adam actually made a state chart based off of census data, and it's kind of nice for making characters. It gives you a starting point. So I don't know. I'm gonna start rolling now. Is what I'm gonna do.
Trey asked how much it would cost for me to kill Chris's character during creation. I actually had an idea where that would be a possibility, like traveler rules, and I have yet to ever have implemented it, and I think it'd be fun sometime.
Oh, you almost made a character.
I'd be cool with it if he got murked by his own people.
It'd be one of those things you wouldn't know how it happened, right? Like you'd have to make up how that happened. Because the idea, actually, what I came up with is allow the players to push rolls during character creation, which normally you can't. But any one that you roll is actually it reduces the attribute that skill is associated with. And if it ever gets reduced below D, that character dies for some reason, and then we have to make up the reason why, and then go from there. And it's a permanent reduction, kind of like the aging one. So it's like there's a huge negative for trying to push that roll to get that promotion or that specialty. But also, who knows? But yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe you're going to do it after or whatever. I'm just curious about the backstory of the Rogues of Vättern.
We can worry about that later. I think we'll just worry about that later on. There's not really reason to go too far into that. We're just doing the character creation right now.
Okay.
I figure, and actually, for the most part, I don't want it to be my backstory. It's mostly like where you guys are and maybe like what unit you all were attached to. Other than that, I don't want to go too far into that. You know what I mean? Like the rest of that could be stuff that you guys come up with. So, Jeremiah, you rolled a state. What state did you roll?
I got California.
That's
You started with a state?
Yeah. You want to start with a state.
Oh God.
Everybody else want to roll on the state chart, see where you're from? If you're playing a U.S. citizen? You just roll
What are you
percentile.
rolling for that?
It's a
Percentile.
D100. Yeah.
I'm going to do that, and I will go ahead and do that in D20 just for kicks. I rolled a 28.
28 is Pennsylvania.
Got another Yinzer. I can deal with that.
Yep.
Brian?
That is a. That would be
Are you using the
30.
30? Also Pennsylvania.
You want to be brothers, Brian?
Chris, do you want to roll on the state table? Or are you going to pick Massachusetts?
Connecticut, actually.
Yes. Big departure.
So the same state is what you're saying. The same state.
Not the same state.
Look, as far as Texas is concerned, they're the same state.
And the rest of the world.
As far as everywhere else outside of that region, it's the same.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They all have one football team.
everything north of New York is all the same to the rest of the country, right?
Yeah, because they have one football team. That means it's one state. The state of New England.
There's a reason. I have an idea for my character.
Yeah, it's hard
That's
to
fine.
cheat when you have more than one state.
Have
already
you
got the name
seen the
picked out.
size of the
Murph
states up
Christopherson.
there?
Oh, man. All right, so the next thing we're supposed to do, now that we know where everyone's from, 2 Pennsylvanians, a Californian, and a Connecticut?
Connecticut.
I
Would it have-
believe it's like Connecticut.
Okay, we'll go with Connecticut. If anyone out there else is from New England other than Chris,
I'm
fuck
sorry.
My condolences.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. You're supposed to, next thing you guys do is determine your attributes. So what we're going to do is everyone starts with a baseline of C on all of your attributes. So strength, agility, intelligence, and empathy should all start at a C. And you roll 2d3, which is 2d6s divided by 2 rounded up for each d6.
Do you want us to do this one by one or?
Yeah, let's do it one by one. Brian,
Okay.
roll
Wait.
2d3.
Did the look on my face not properly say okay?
Brian-
So 2d3.
Yes, all of your
Okay.
stats start at a C.
All right, and then 2d3.
Yes.
4 and a 6.
Okay, so that would be a 2 and a 3. So now you have 5 points that you can spend to raise attributes wherever you want to. So it costs 1 to raise 1 up 1, and you can optionally decrease 1 by 1 to increase something else by 1, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to decrease something down from a C to a D, from its baseline C to a D, to start yourself off with that disadvantage, you can, to give yourself an extra boost somewhere else. But you can spend those wherever you want.
So
Chris.
with 5 points to play with, he could do BBBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. Or BBBB.
Or
A. Yeah, all B's and A.
AABD.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll dice.
All right, Chris.
A 4
That's 2.
and a 5.
So another 5. So a 2 and a 3. So same for you. You get a 2 and a 3. Hey, we got someone from the UK. What's up, man? That's actually kind of nice. I figured it would be really late for y'all. I'm sorry. Or early? Either late or early. Whatever your perspective is on when you went to sleep. Jeremiah.
Yep. I got a 4 and a 5.
Oh, my God. So another 2 and a 3. So another 5.
Yeah.
Man, these Marines are stacked. Kyle,
Oorah.
give us your 1 and a 1 like you did last time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying it and jinxing it.
That is what happened.
Legitimately a 1 and a 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you really get a 1 and a 2?
He did. He rolled a 1 and a
Legitimately
2.
rolled a 1.
Oh,
and a
you
2.
shitbag.
2.
It's because roll 20
2.
is evil.
You got to use
Just
the
keep
real
letting
dice,
Jeremy
man.
make characters that you play.
Just in case
creation to Jeremiah.
Just in case anyone has come across this and has not listened to our 2 Past Midnight show, this exact same thing is what happened to Kyle when we made characters for that one. I think it was the exact same roll also, a 1 and a 2.
Yep. It's
Oh
deja
my
vu
God.
all over again.
That's amazing. But that was Cole, though, and Cole was awesome.
Yeah, he really was.
He was a good
Yeah.
character.
He did really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but there was a point that I decided I will never use roll 20 for rolls again,
Yeah.
unless it's funny.
Oh, man.
And I can decrease a stat, right?
Yes, you could decrease something down to a D to give yourself another up. So, yeah. Which would give you 3 ups and 1 down, basically. All right, so the next thing we'll have to do is everyone's going to have to roll a D6 on the table on the next page to determine what kind of childhood you had. So, Brian, go ahead and roll me a D6.
D6 coming in. Oh. Nope. Different die. That one fell. That's a 6.
Where'd that go?
6, affluence. So, a rich kid.
And you're fine with us adjusting that, like using that roll to like kind of inform how we want to do our attributes, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah. 2:50 in the morning.
Holy smokes.
I told you, it's either really late or
Dude.
really early, depending on
High
what time.
five.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And by the
Oh,
way,
my guy.
I love the comment. That's what happens when you're late, I suppose. Comments.
I think you were late to the first one, too.
And half the ones in between.
All right, Brian. All right, so Brian, you rolled a 6, which is affluence. That means that the skills associated with it are mobility, command, and persuasion. I think that means you get to pick one of those to get a bonus in to start with, if I remember correctly. Choose one of the skills at a level D. Yeah. So either mobility, command, or persuasion, you can get a D in.
I will take persuasion.
Okay. And then roll another D6 for skill. By the way,
Another D
boatman
specialty.
would be great. Yeah, especially.
2.
Rider.
Rider.
That's literally like horseback riding.
So he's a barrel racer.
I guess so. From Pennsylvania?
No, not from PA.
that tracks.
From PA, it would be like...
I don't know about that.
It would be... Well, he's a rich kid from PA, so he's probably like a equestrian like
On
the,
my polo
the
club, I was the head jogger.
yeah,
Oh, he's from Philly. Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Chris. D6. Yep, D6.
2.
All right. 2 is a small town. The skills that you can, the one skill you get to pick a D in is either driving, ranged combat, or survival. Him being from Connecticut, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with driving. We are shitty drivers up there. So survival or ranged combat, I'm going to go with survival.
Okay. That works. So that is a D. You get to start that skill off there, and then roll another D6.
Three.
All right. 3 is a sniper.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's hilarious.
That's what you got.
Okay,
what it was.
can I retroactively change survival to ranged combat?
Nope.
Okay.
But you get a rank in range combat when it comes around, though. So
Wait.
And thus Murph Christopherson
if he goes
was
into the
born.
military, like you'll get a rank in range combat automatically with one term. Go ahead, Jeremy.
What was your skill, Chris? What'd you get? Survival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you got survival and sniper. That means you hunt.
Yeah.
Because you need the survival skill for hunting. So he's just been sitting in a tree stand, apparently.
I mean,
Yep.
that's...
But it doesn't matter because the bear is irradiated.
Or the deer. It could be a radiated deer.
Yeah.
Or fish at this point, since I'm
Okay.
planning on doing boats. All right. Jeremiah. D6.
All right. D6 for childhood. 3, working class.
Yep. And pick a skill.
I'm going to pick with dice. 1, 2, close combat, 3, 4 stamina, 5, 6 tech. 2, close combat.
All right. And then another D6 for Rich Kid from New Hope. Another D6 for the specialty.
All right. 3, load carrier.
Yeah, you are.
All right. All right. The 03 he was apparently heavy weapons, right? He was probably in weapons
Yeah,
company. He was mortar platoon. Yeah.
He's got an A and an A for strength and agility. So
What's
good
his
chance.
intelligence at? A D?
It's a B. It's a B.
Oh, okay.
He's not
All
a
right,
dumb
all right.
He's yeah.
All right. No offense to any mortarmen out there. Kyle, roll a D6 for kind of childhood.
I got a 5, sir.
Military family.
Same thing Cole had. I am literally making the same joke.
Stamina, mobility, or ranged combat.
I'm going to steal ranged combat from Chris.
All right. So you're going to take a D in ranged combat. And then roll another D6 for the specialty.
6.
Oh, shit. Rifleman.
Fucking Oorah.
Got me a murderer here.
Yeah, no shit. That means you get like a +2 automatically with any kind of rifle. That's fucking great. All right. Because I think that's what range combat. No.
Rifleman doesn't give you a +1 with a sniper rifle. I know.
No.
No. It's
Not
just
a sniper.
rifles.
It's a +1 with a normal rifle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would include hunting rifles, though. So. All right. So next, now that we've done step.
Actually, I don't think
4,
it does, by the way.
with a hunting rifle, I think it does. It's just not with a
No,
sniper
The
rifle.
sniper gives you +1 with sniper or hunting rifle.
Yeah, he's
+1 to
'Cause
ranged
it's
combat
scoped.
for firing assault rifle, carbines, SMGs, and shotguns.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. So roll. We did that one already. All right. So now we got to choose a career for your first term. So what kind of career path are you guys thinking? Military or college, working class, shit like that? Brian.
Military.
All right. So you're going to go right into the military to start with. All right. What kind of branch of the military, or not branch, I mean, but like combat arms, combat support, combat service support, special operations. I don't think you can take that one yet.
Is there something I can roll?
One, two, three, three.
I got a thing. Oh yeah.
A D3, because you can't go straight into officer without college, and you can't go into special operations without one prior enlistment.
Awesome. All right. Well then, yeah. That's a 3.
Combat support,
Yeah.
if that's what you're doing. All right. So your starting rank would be a PFC. I'm making sure I'm using the Marine rank in my head, not the Army one. Wait, yes, PFC. And the skill that you could take is, but I think that's if you get the skill no matter what, but you get the specialty if you succeed. Yeah. So choose a career for your first term, military, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that you meet the requirements for entry. If this is a military career, note your starting rank. You get to increase 2 skills, 1 step each, or 1 skill by 2 steps, choosing among the skills listed for your career. This term or generally available skills such as stamina, mobility, and driving. If you choose a skill that you didn't have, it starts at a D. No skill can ever go above an A. Special rule, in your first term as military service, one of your skills has to be range combat, no matter what. So you have to at least pick range combat, and then either bump it up to or pick range combat and something else. So recon, survival, tech, and range combat.
Recon, survival, tech, or range combat.
Right.
Well,
but range combat
I have to pick at least one range combat, so that's going up to a D automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Recon, survival, tech, or range combat. So I will roll a D4. 4, so it's going to be a double dose of range combat. So up to a C.
No,
right.
you can only pick one. You can only pick range combat once. You can only pick one skill once per term.
No. It says you can bump one up too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
That's what he just said.
It says.
I'm sorry. I was listening.
Increase 2 skills, 1 step each, or 1 skill by 2 steps.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yep.
I'm completely wrong.
Yep. And now you got to roll for promotion, which is where you would roll one of the skills that you got from that term, so range combat. And if you get a success, you get a specialty.
Okay, so I just roll.
Range combat.
But do I get to roll agility at the same time?
Yes. Whenever you roll range combat, whenever you roll a skill, you always roll the associated attribute.
Okay, so
Not always this case for
1
attributes.
success.
All right. So
A 6
that
and a
means you go from PFC to Lance Corporal, first of all.
4. Is that LC?
LCPL.
LCPL. Okay.
Yeah. And then when you go to Corporal, you get to just erase the first L.
And
make
when you
the
get
C.
NJP'd, you put the L back.
You put the L back on. Yeah.
Okay. You guys just, I'll follow along with whatever you say.
All right. And then roll a D6 for what kind of specialty you had.
D6. 6.
Interrogator. What the fuck, dude? All right.
Okay.
I like this.
Were
This
you
is
an
interesting.
MP?
I don't know. That's interesting. Chris, what route are you going to go for your first term?
Blue collar.
All right. I like it. Where's blue collar at in here? Do you have it open already?
I have the book open.
Okay. All right, cool.
So do I just pick one of the top ones there?
Yeah, you pick one of the skills that to go up with it, which would be survival or mobility, driving or stamina. So those are your options.
He has to pick driver, farmer, mechanic, construction.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. That first, of course. But I just meant sorry, I was looking at farmer. But
That's okay. I was going to go with mechanic.
okay.
Watching at 3 o'clock in the morning on a 50-inch television. Man,
Oh
what a
my
glutton
God.
for punishment to have to see this in 50-inch high definition.
How does this look?
You
okay?
asked for
How does
it.
this look on a 50-inch?
On my screen, it's only this big, but on your screen, it's that big.
All right, Chris. So what you're going to go with mechanic? You said so. You can increase tech by 2, or you can increase tech by 1, and mobility, or driver, or stamina. So those are your basic 4 options. Because mobility, driving, or stamina can always be increased regardless of your
Okay, because
whatever
I was like, where
your
are
term
you
is.
seeing that?
In the basic rules for how the character creation works.
Yeah, it's under life path.
Number
It's
6. Yeah.
yeah.
In number 6, it says,
No, it's okay. I'm on the like the blue collar page, and I
Yeah.
don't see those other options.
no, it's because number 6 for across the board for everybody, it says increase 2 skills, 1 step each, or 1 skill, 2 steps among the skills listed for your career path in this term, or generally available skills, stamina, mobility, and driving. So those ones are always generally available no matter what your career term is.
I'm actually going to double dip as well and move tech up to a C.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
2
Nice,
steps
nice.
This time.
Chris is
hop
going to be
this
the
time.
mechanic.
He's just making Butler again now.
He's making Harrison.
No, I actually kind of have I'm glad this is working out this way. I have a theory, or I have an
Concept?
outline.
Yeah.
A concept or an outline. We'll see how the rolls go.
All right, Jeremiah.
My man is going straight up combat arms.
All right.
And let's see, the skills. So he's starting out as a private because he's starting out. Skills, range combat, of course. He has to take range combat. And since he's already big and he's got the load carrier thing already, I'm going
Close
heavy
combat?
weapons.
Oh,
no,
heavy
heavy
weapons.
weapons.
Nice.
'Cause-
Nice.
Yeah, he's starting out as a mortarman. Fuck it.
Well, roll a d6. I mean, that would be launcher crew, I think.
Well, no, I got to
red leg?
roll. I
Red
got to
leg.
roll the
No, that's artillery.
the skill to see if I
Oh,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
this
Actually,
person.
Chris needs to do that too, now that I think about it. I forgot to have Chris roll his promotion.
Tech. Yeah.
Yes.
Roll
So,
your-
Chris, you need to roll a tech roll.
Roll a tech
Just
roll.
yeah. So,
So-
tech and your intelligence.
So an A and a C.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. 8 and a 5.
All right, so that's a success. Now roll another d6.
2.
That would be gunsmith.
Ooh.
Interesting.
This hunter from Connecticut is building his own guns. Wait, dude, does he work for like traditions or some shit? He's got like he's building his own muzzle loaders and shit.
That actually wouldn't be bad in this world, by the way. Like, eventually, that'd be really fucking useful.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a company that still makes muzzle loaders in Connecticut.
Yeah, yeah. Jeremiah, it is your turn to roll your whatchamacallit.
Yep, I got range combat and heavy weapons. They're the same, but we're gonna call it range combat because every Marine a rifleman. I got a 4 and a 2. He's a shitty shot. So
All right, so that also means he does not get promoted. And Kyle.
So I screwed myself already because of my questionable 1 and 1 roll. I cannot go into police officering because I have a D in one of my categories. So therefore, I cannot use the category I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to zig when I should have zagged, and we were just going to go into military service.
What's his strength or agility?
We are Bs in both of those categories.
Okay, all right. So you can do combat arms at the minimum. So yeah.
are we rolling for age?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We'll do that afterwards.
Oh, I thought you rolled in each term. Or no?
We do, but I'm gonna do that. Have everybody go through and do that here when we're done.
I was just curious.
Like he's going to do it after each. Everybody
Yeah,
takes
we're gonna do
a turn,
everybody's,
right?
and then we'll go through and roll everyone's age and shit. And
Gotcha.
yeah. So what are you doing, Kyle? Combat arms?
Combat arms.
All right. So close combat, heavy weapons, range combat, or recon. One of them has to be range combat.
So I will do a range combat and a recon.
All right. And then you would roll either range combat or you said recon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Either range combat or recon you roll, and then If you get a success, then you get to roll on the specialty table. And you also go up to PFC.
Do you automatically get ranged weapons if you're in the
got
military,
one
or
success.
only if combat arms?
No, if in your first term in the military, you automatically get range combat at a D.
Okay.
If you don't already have it. If you do have it, then
I got you.
Plus
Yeah.
one.
all right. So you get to roll on the specialty table.
Which is D6. Mm-hmm. A 1.
Rifleman.
I can't double it, can I?
You
I
can't.
have rifleman.
You already have rifleman. Now, what I said before, I don't know if you were here for it. You could select one of the other ones that are here, any of them, or optionally, you can take one of the specialties from urban operations.
I'll take an urban operations specialty. Where would I find such things?
In the urban operations. You have one of the options would be authority, which you can roll command to calm down a rowdy crowd. Close quarter specialist, which basically helps negate the close quarters combat
With
negatives.
like if I had a long weapon, it wouldn't be a negative thing to not have a.
It wouldn't be as much of a negative. It treats it as one, so it would treat a rifle like it's a pistol or machine gun,
Excellent.
or a pistol and machine gun as if it was irrelevant. Which, by the way, on boats might not be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, also cryptographer, liar, or thief, and those should be kind of self-explanatory.
What's thief do? I've looked it up before.
Thief gives a +1 bonus to recon rolls when pickpocketing and tech rolls when picking locks.
Ooh, look at that loot goblin face. You mean I gotta steal from people? Like everybody? You mean every person is potential roll on the scrounge table?
I'll go with that close quarters combat, whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's close quarter specialist. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that basically means the penalty for shooting in close combat is reduced by 1 step. No penalty for pistols, carbines, and SMGs are only a -1. Yeah, and a -1 for other ranged weapons. I mean, so yeah. All right. So that was everybody. So the next step we're gonna have to do is I'm on the wrong book. Now is when everyone's going to roll for their aging and all that shit. So you make an unmodified skill roll. We already did that part. Age, your character. So everyone roll a d6 and add that to 18. And that is going to be your current age.
A 1.
A 1.
I got a one also.
All right. So 19, 19, 19. Chris?
I'll roll. I thought we were taking turns. Hold on.
That's fine.
The D6, not the D20.
3.
All right. So
21.
19, 19, 19, 21. All right. Now everyone's going to roll a d8. If the result is lower than the number of terms you have completed, you must reduce 1 attribute of your choice. So that's not going to happen at all because this is the first term, technically. So
I rolled a 4.
it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to roll at this point. Like technically speaking. Also roll a d8 if the result is lower than the number of terms you have completed. War breaks out. Also hasn't happened yet, technically. So, because I don't think we count that first non-war term because it's not a term, it's a childhood term. All right, so...
Do I have a military rank?
yes, you are a PFC.
Okay, I didn't know if...
Yeah, you are PFC because you went combat arms, right?
Yep.
Yeah, PFC. Brian is...
Combat arms is private. It starts
Yeah, it starts at private, but he got a promotion.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That raises his rank by 1. And yeah, Brian got Lance Corporal because he came in as a PFC and then goes up to Lance Corporal. Right. All right. So now we're going to go to the next term. So we're basically going to do the exact same thing again as you choose a career path. You can stay in what you're doing or move on to something else if you so choose. It's Brian. As long as you meet the requirements for that something else.
So, sorry. I increased my military rank, so I also increased my courage under fire, or my coolness under fire.
I think
Yes.
that's actually true. Yeah.
When
yeah,
you get
your
a
coolness under
promotion-
fire also goes up. Yeah.
Yeah. So those of you who got a promotion that or military, it goes up your coolness identifier goes up 1 step.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Sorry.
All good.
And yeah, so Brian, what are you doing next?
Can I? It looks like I can do a term in intelligence.
Can you do a term in intelligence? Is that what you're asking me? Or
Yes, I have an intelligence of B,
Uh-huh.
and then I have an empathy of D, strength and agility of B plus. So I should be able to handle anything under the intelligence.
All right. Yeah, that's
the
up to you,
looks of
man.
it.
If you want to do that, that's fine.
Some of the intelligence ones require college education.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Agent requires 1 term of agent requires 1 term of education, assassin requires 1 term of agent, and paramilitary just requires 1 term in military. So you could go paramilitary.
All right, we'll go that way.
All right.
We'll just do that then by default.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so paramilitary.
Yep.
So then we are looking at what skills?
Yeah.
Because I'm not rolling for.
Yeah, it'd be heavy weapons, range combat, survival, or driver mobility, stamina, as per usual.
All right, so
You pick 2.
I get to pick 2.
Yep.
Heavy weapons, range combat, survival,
Yeah, you can either raise 2 of them by 1 or 1 of them by 2.
and it was what's the all the time one's mobility?
Mobility, stamina, driving.
Okay. Oh, that's 1 in range combat, and that is 1 in mobility.
All right.
So 1 range combat, 1 mobility.
All right, so you would either roll range combat or mobility for your promotion. Basically.
Okay, well then we will do range combat for sure, as it is now a and a B. That's 1 success. 7 and
All right.
5.
So roll another d6 for specialty.
6.
Tactician. That's the one that Winkler had, I think, if I remember correctly, didn't he? Or Jeremy's had a couple characters that had that.
Anna had that one, I think.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
That one's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it is a pretty good one. Chris.
So if I were to stay blue collar, you just roll another specialty, correct?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, you would just get to increase skills and keep going that route.
I think we're going to do that.
Also, I'm going to throw it out there. If you roll up a double on something, you can take the boatman one, just because specifically I was going to have this be small crafts, so that is also an option. So, Kyle, if you would like to change yours to boatman instead of close quarters, y'all are going to have a boat. So, just warning you ahead of time.
Okay, so if I stay blue collar, do the skills, and then roll another specialty.
Yeah, tech, mobility, stamina, driving.
So I'm going to move tech up another one. So tech will go to a B, and stamina, mobility, or driving.
Or another one in tech.
Yeah.
You could do that too.
Mobility or stamina, mobility or stamina. Or does driving, that doesn't, the boat does not count on that, right?
I don't think so. I think it only applies to like wheeled vehicles, if I remember correctly. But if someone wants to look that up while we're doing this, I'm okay with that. Just so that we're not all like, do. Let's look
Is
this
that-
up.
Yeah, I'm going to do, I'm going to take 1 in stamina.
Driver is what it's called, Jeremy. I believe so. Or
I was
Wait,
just
you're talking about
asking
the
which
skill?
book it is.
oh well, do you mean the skill driving, Chris? Yeah,
Yeah.
because that does apply for boats. Yes,
Okay,
that would
yeah.
be like for driving boats. That would be the skill you would use.
That
Yes.
was my question. If you,
Yes.
does that skill fall under that?
Yes,
Because I didn't know with boatmen if it's just giving you a +1 for boats. I'm assuming.
precisely.
Okay. Okay. Nah, we'll take one in tech, one in stamina.
Okay. All right. Roll one of those for promotion.
So roll one of what?
One of the skills you just increased.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously we're going to do tech, so 9 and a 7, so 2.
Well, that's not the way. A 9 and a
know,
7 would be
I
two.
know.
Yeah. Then doesn't matter if it's two successes. But
Right.
okay, so then roll a d6 for which
Specialty.
specialty you get.
3.
I got to go back to that because I wasn't there.
Locksmith.
All right. All right. That's for like picking locks, which is a tech skill. So that means you would have an A if you're picking locks. Nice. Nice. All right. Jeremiah.
We're gonna stick with combat arms. So he's still a
03.
private.
Oorah.
Yep. Oorah. 0341 actually. And we're gonna go one more with heavy weapons, and one for stamina because he's been humping around with a fucking base plate. So, but we're gonna roll for heavy weapons. It'll be an A and a C. That's 2 successes.
All right. All right. Roll a d6.
Oh, what are we gonna get?
And now you're a PFC. Congratulations. You got
Yay! He
promoted.
finally got promoted. I got a 1, so rifleman.
All right. I guess you didn't have rifleman before, so there you go.
Nope.
Now we can shoot a rifle. I think that's it. Kyle, you're up. You want to stay in combat arms or?
I think the dice gods are pushing me towards special operations based on my murderous intents.
Do you have a strength and agility of a B or higher and an intelligence of C or higher?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And at least
And I
one
have
term
my
in
single
combat arms?
term in combat arms.
All right. All right.
I will do
Starting rank of sergeant, which is interesting because it's not a requirement for the term. It just means you would automatically get promoted to sergeant.
cool.
Or at least that's my interpretation of it.
Yes, I think that's right.
All right. So if you're going that route, close combat, range combat, recon, survival, or driving, mobility, stamina.
Throw in a recon and throw in a close combat.
All right. Those are good options for a close quarter specialist, by the way.
So now I am rolling my ranged combat to see if things work. One success.
All right. Roll another D6.
A 5.
Sniper. It's not bad to have a couple guys that are good with fucking sniper rifles and hunting rifles. All right, so now we're gonna go back and do the aging stuff. So you roll unmodified. Oh, we already did that. Roll D6 for your age. So everyone roll D6. Brian.
I got a 5.
All right. So you are now 5 years older. Chris.
I got a 1.
All right, so that's 1 year older. Jeremy.
I got a 4. He's 23.
All right, and Kyle.
I rolled a 6. I am 25.
All right. Now, D6 years. Wait, hold on. It says you're doing roll D6. Yep. Okay. Now you roll a D8. Starting with Brian. Brian, roll a D8. This is for aging.
The attributes?
No. Yes. Yes, that's what we're doing now. So if anyone rolls a 1, basically.
Okay, I got a 5.
Okay, you're good. Chris? Roll a D8.
4.
Okay. Jeremiah?
Fuck me. I gotta roll to 1.
All right.
Tore something.
Yeah, something happened.
Agility. Agility's going down because he tore his knee.
All right.
He's got
And
bad
then
knees now.
How old is he?
Kyle.
23.
Kyle.
I was younger when
I rolled a 4.
All right, so you are good as well. So now we roll another D8. So start with Brian. This is to see if war breaks out.
7.
Okay, you're good. Chris.
3.
Okay, you're good. Jeremy.
5.
Okay, Kyle.
7.
All right. All right, now we're going to go on to the next step, which is we're in the third term now. So term 3, so it's going to be the same thing. Brian, are you going to stay in the paramilitary special intelligence?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll stay paramilitary.
All right.
It's the only thing that makes sense. And then we will roll.
Well, what skills are you going to increase first? Heavy weapons, range combat, survival, driving, mobility, stamina. Pick 2 up 1 or 1 up 2.
All right. That's a 2, so that'll be range combat, and then, which is awesome. And then we will go. That will be stamina for a D.
All right. And then roll one of those to see if you get a success.
Two and a 9. 1 success.
All right. Roll another D6.
6.
That's tactician again. So you can either pick one of these, any of those, or you can take boatman, or you could take one of the ones from urban operations.
I will take liar from urban operations.
All right.
Dude, your guy's going to be messed up.
Like how Brian's like, I'm going to play Cole this time. Chris, you're up.
I think he's going to join the military because he's very tech savvy. He let a recruiter talk him into doing like support stuff. So he's going to do the
Combat support.
combat service support.
All right. Yeah, no requirements for that. Medical aid or tech would be the skill, and then you can increase also mobility, stamina, or driving.
Okay, does range combat automatically go to a D?
Yes, range combat. Actually, you're right. Range combat goes to a D, and then you get to pick one more.
So medical aid, tech, or one of the basics, right?
Yeah. If you go medical aid, he could have joined the Navy, and he's a corpsman.
I mean, I wasn't going to do that. I was still thinking of doing medical aid, but not for that purpose.
I'm just letting you know.
They teach medical aid to Marines, but you don't want it.
What if I just fire off like 50 rounds from my saw and then cauterize it with the hot barrel? Would that be good, Doc? No. No, don't do that.
I'm good. So I did range combat, obviously, and then I only get to pick one more, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Either medical aid, tech, stamina, survival, or driving.
Going to do medical aid just in case.
Okay. All right. Now, one of those skills is what you're going to roll for promotion.
So either range combat or medical aid. It's the same either way. It's a B and a D.
Which one's he good at, though? Which one is it?
Empathy.
They're both B and a D.
No. Which one are you rolling? Because I'm curious. Because it helps flesh out the character to see what.
I mean, he grew. I'm gonna go range combat because he's already got the shooting skill and the gunsmith. All that.
That makes
stuff.
sense. Okay.
7 and a 2. So
One success. Roll a D6.
really hoping for mechanic here. Damn it. 5.
That's combat medic.
Are we sure he's not the corpsman?
Are you sure he's not a corpsman?
In the Navy.
Dude, they may be Navy, but they're, yeah.
Oh,
They do
I'm not
everything the
ripping-
fucking Marines do.
Yeah, I'm not ripping anything. It's just funny that I purposely was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then the dice said, yes, you are.
It kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like you're playing a corpsman. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, you went to the Navy and they were like, he shoots pretty well. Let's throw him greenside and see how he does.
Yeah. Wait, you're good at survival, camping, hunting. You can shoot well. He'd be good
The
on greenside.
Marines would
Yeah.
love this guy.
Yeah. Oh man.
So one last thing, sorry. What does that do for starting rank then?
He would have come in at an E2, but he would be E3. And I'm only saying that in case you decide to be Navy or Marine because the rank would change.
Yep.
So
Wait. Okay, civilian. So the other 2 times I rolled, did I increase in rank in those?
yes, you would have gone. The successful ones went up in rank. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. So your
Okay, so-
Lance Corporal should be a corporal now.
Well,
No, you're not.
'cause-
Yours didn't go up because you went over to intelligence. That's irrelevant.
Yeah, I went
That's
into
not ranked at all.
intelligence and then jumped up twice.
Yeah,
since
you're
then,
ranked-
so-
Yeah, that's not rank anymore. You're just
Okay.
some fucking paramilitary.
G something.
Yeah.
G something.
Yeah, you work for some other people.
So when I went SO, I became a sergeant, but then I was successful in my role.
So you
Staff
should be staff sergeant. Yep. Jeremy's the low ranking guy again.
I love it.
Actually, I think
love it. Jacob
Kristen,
turned
you-
up.
Yeah.
Oh no, Chris already outranks me.
He's an E3 now.
I'm
Yeah.
an
You're an
E2.
E2.
Yep.
Kyle is an E6. And Brian is a G
Spook.
man. Brian, Kyle, Jeremy, Chris. All right. All right. So now we're going to do.
Wait.
Well, wait. Yep. Wait, that was Chris. Yeah, I was going to say now we do Jeremy's.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna stay with combat arms. Starting out as a PFC, and we're gonna bump up heavy weapons and close combat. So
Alright.
he's just gonna be the gunner. I'm building Emmett this time. So, all right, heavy weapons for the specialty.
You can't handle Emmett.
I got an 8 and a 4, so he made it. His promoted rank is so sad. It's Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal, you are now an E3. Yep.
Yep,
Same rank
yep.
as Chris.
Finally, yep.
Yep.
And his specialty, let's see, should be launcher crew at some point. 2, red leg, which
Artillery, isn't it?
that's an army thing. I think that's artillery, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's what that was. If we'd looked it up before and yeah.
Or maybe it's mortars. Is it?
Cole had it. It was mortars.
Was it? Fucking perfect.
It's both, actually.
All right, all right.
All right. Kyle. I think that's where we're at now.
I'm going to stay in SO, I think.
All right. Special operations. Gotcha. So close combat, range combat, recon, survival, stamina driving, mobility.
I'm going to
2
throw
or 1 up
a
2.
survival
Mm-hmm.
and throw a ranged combat.
All right. And then roll one of those for your who's a what's it?
For my specialty,
Yep.
I got 1 success.
All right. Roll a d6.
Gets me a 4.
Combat,
Combat
awareness. I think that's an initiative one, isn't it? where you get two.
Yes, two
It
cards.
is. Jesus
I do
Christ!
too.
Did you build Cole Junior?
No, what? He went into intelligence real quick. I didn't.
That's fair.
I get two.
By the way, red leg is mortars and howitzers.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, we decided he was a big mortarman, so that works out well.
So would I go to E7,
Oorah.
Yeah, you go up to E7. Yeah.
which is
A gunny. Or
I was thinking about doing
No.
Navy and being a Navy
no,
guy.
it's after that. It's after gunny is when it splits.
Yep.
First sergeant or master sergeant. Yeah.
Yeah. This poor
But spec
Lance
ops, you
Corporal.
would. Yeah.
This poor Lance Corporal.
All right. So next we are gonna do everyone's aging and shit. So first of all, everyone roll a d6. Starting with Brian. Roll a d6.
2.
You are 2 years older than you were. Chris.
3, so I'm 24.
Jeremiah.
5. He's 28. He's a 28-year-old Lance Corporal.
I'm wrong, 25.
So the terms don't have to be like those were the terms. You know what I mean? Like it can be like that's how old he is in the end. You know what I mean? It's supposed to average out over the whole thing. Kyle.
4, so I'm 29.
Jesus Christ. 29-year-old gunny? Damn.
He's shit hot. For having
Apparently.
shitty stats, he's really good.
He has zero empathy. I think Kyle made Murph. Brian made Cole. And I don't know what's going on with Chris and Jeremy yet.
I made Adam.
You're making me. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so Jeremy, you rolled yours. You just rolled it.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna roll a d8, and if it's lower than the number of terms, which has been 3, so if you roll a 1 or a 2.
Whew.
Brian, what'd you get?
A 4.
Chris,
6.
Jeremy,
8.
Kyle.
8.
All right, and then we roll another d8 for aging.
Or, yeah, no, to see if war breaks out.
We already did that. That was the one we were just doing. Now it's. I think I did them in the backwards order. So
okay.
I already said war break if war breaks out. So this one's for aging.
Oh, okay.
Brian,
5.
Chris,
Wait, I thought 8. Oh, this is the
yeah,
skills.
yeah.
3.
Jeremy,
8 again.
Kyle.
6.
Okay, everyone's good. What food did you bring back? Let us know in the chat. By the way, he said he's back with food. I'm curious what it is.
Me too. What can you get in the UK at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, right.
Crisps.
All right. So anyone? We should have done this again. Your coolness under fire should go up again for anyone that was promoted. That should have gone up with each one of your promotions also.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mine just becomes a D, right?
Yeah. So we're at a 3rd term. So anyone who has done 3 terms other than Jeremy in the military should be up 3 higher than the base of the D.
The starting D, yeah.
Yes. Chris's it should be a C because this was your first military term, right, Chris?
Yes.
And you
Yeah.
got
So
a
yours should
promotion.
be a C. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Every time you get a promotion in either military or intelligence, your coolness under fire also goes up by 1 step.
Right. So Jeremy should be 2 higher.
Yep.
Chris's should be 1 higher, and Brian and Kyle should both be 3 higher.
But I didn't get any.
I
I should only get 1, right?
No, because
intelligence
military,
still
intelligence,
counts.
intelligence. So
Okay,
yeah.
so it still counts for the coolness under fire?
Yes.
Fantastic.
All right. And then back around to the terms. We are on term 4 now. So Brian, standing in paramilitary.
I mean, it's that or back to regular military. And I just don't see that happening. So, yes.
Okay.
Yep, we'll stay in paramilitary. So then it is... Well, it can't be range combat, so it is heavy weapon, survival, stamina, mobility, or driving.
Yep.
That's 1 for driving. And... two for driving.
All right. So roll driving for your skill check for your promotion.
That's okay. A 7 and a 2, 1 success.
All right. Roll another d6.
4.
Combat engineer. That's basically
fun.
being able to spot mines and shit like that. Landmines, booby traps, shit like that.
Which is great for a driver,
Yeah. Yeah.
as we have
Yeah.
learned.
It pays off.
Yeah.
Rip Harrison.
Chris. Oh, that means your coolness under fire goes up again, Brian.
Question.
Yep.
If you, like, even if you're not in combat arms, range combat is still an option to pick a skill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's going to stay in combat support.
Okay.
So for skill, I'm going to go medical aid again
Okay.
and ranged combat again. And then roll on that skill, correct?
Yep.
So
One of them.
D10 and D8. Well, they're the same. So for Jeremy's edification, we will say this time it is for the medical aid.
Okay.
6 and a 2, so 1 success.
All right. Now roll a d6.
6.
Field surgeon.
Oh,
goodness.
nice.
He really is a...
He is a third-class petty officer, otherwise known as HM3.
Hey, Doc. I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but that whole like nickname thing, you already got one, Doc.
Yeah. All right, so the food he brought back was full cooked English breakfast, bacon, sausage, fried eggs, black pudding, beans, hash browns, toast, and some tea because he's British. So
I think that sounds awesome.
I think so too.
Do you
All
guys
right.
do eggs scrambled there? I'm curious.
I think they're usually like over easy or something along those lines, isn't it?
I didn't know if scrambled
irrelevant.
was just an American thing
Nah,
because we're, stupid.
weirdos. Jeremy, you're up. Chris,
Yeah.
your coolness under fire should go up by another one. So,
Okay.
He's staying combat arms. He's Moto.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna stay at combat arms, Lance Corporal. We're gonna go heavy weapons and recon this time. So heavy weapons is an A and an A at this point, and recon is a D. So for that specialty, we're gonna go with heavy weapons. I got a 2 and a 9, so 1 success.
all right. So that means you are an E4, and you get to roll on the specialty table.
Come on, 4. Come on, 4. I got a 6. Combat engineer.
All right. And coolness under fire goes up by 1.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Would it make sense for somebody who's been in special operations to go to combat support?
I mean,
If they
he
want
could.
an office job.
Yeah, he could. He could
'Cause
go
like
from
my-
recon to combat support. That yeah.
Okay.
Especially now that he's a staff sergeant.
Yeah, because I would have to pivot to education if I were to go into officer,
Or gunny. Actually, I'm sorry. He's gunny now, right?
whatever E7 is.
Yeah,
Gunny.
gunny.
Yeah.
And I can't go into police. I'm trying to avoid intelligence because that would make it too coalish. Actually, yeah, we're going to go to college.
All right. All right. So he gets out and goes to college.
Using
Nice.
the GI Bill.
All right.
All right.
All right. I like it. I like it.
We're going for the sciences.
That has a requirement, I
I'm
think.
My intelligence is good.
Okay.
Yeah. I could not be in liberal arts because I do not have the empathy for it.
Oh, right.
So does that mean I have to put 2 into tech? Because that's the only option.
No, you could also go driving, mobility, or stamina.
Oh, that's right. Those are the default.
Yeah, those are always an option. Do.
All right, cool. And then
So what'd you go? What'd you go with?
I went with 1 tech and 1 mobility.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And now,
right. You roll one of those as a skill check.
oh, it's got to be one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cringe. Oh, shit.
This
One
is where he
success.
gets injured. All right. There you go.
success.
There you go. All right. And roll on the specialty table 1d6.
A 2.
I'm not even on that page. What is it? Education.
Communication.
All right. So he gets out and becomes a reporter. I actually really like that. All right. Yeah, so now we're going to do everyone's aging rolls. So we're going to start with Brian. Roll a hold on.
D6.
Yeah, roll a D6 for how many years you've aged?
1.
1 year. Chris?
27.
Sorry, I was chugging Mountain Dew. 2.
2 years. Jeremy?
4.
Kyle?
4. I am 33.
All right. Now everyone roll for the effects of aging. We'll do that first. So that's a D8.
Don't suck, don't suck, don't suck, don't suck.
Brian?
7.
All right. Chris?
4.
Jeremy?
6.
Kyle?
8.
You're all good. You didn't injure yourself playing with those young college kids.
Playing Ultimate Frisbee in the quad.
Right? Hacky sack. It's the 90s.
That's true.
Brian, roll another D8. See if war started.
That is a 5.
Okay. You're good. Chris?
D8. God darn it. 5.
Jeremy?
6.
Kyle?
6.
All right. Everyone's good. We're now on term 5 at this point. This is where it's all going to start like whittling down. People are going to start failing those D8 rolls at some point. And we're at the point now on the other side of the coin flip. All right. So, Brian, are you staying in paramilitary?
No. I think we'll go back to combat arms, regular military.
All right. It's interesting. Just for rank purposes, I would say he was probably moved over to NCIS or something like that, or like Marine. What's the intelligence?
I don't
There's-
remember.
Isn't that an
yes.
oxymoron?
So I'm going to say that there was still rank associated with that, Brian. So you would have been, you did one as private, you were PFC. So we're going to say
No, I was
Lance Corporal.
yeah, LCPO. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to say that all of those promotions will retroactively count backwards. You know what I mean? Like you had been promoted within the paramilitary side of it, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Okay. Just to keep everything like, so you're not coming back over as a sergeant, which would be weird.
Gotcha. All right, D6. 2. 2 is red leg.
Midlife path crisis.
Or no, that's
Midlife path crisis.
close combat, heavy
dumb.
weapons, range combat, recon. So that's a... I can't take that. Okay, so close combat for 1, and we'll take recon for 1.
I think midlife crisis appears on the random tables when they suddenly shift to something different. But I'm going to say you're a gunny right now, Brian. So E7.
E7.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I took my 2, and then what do I roll?
One of the ones you just increased as
Okay.
as a skill roll.
Okay, they both kind of equally suck. So A and a D. That is an 8 and a 5. So 1 success.
All right. Now roll a D6.
D6. 4 machine gunner.
All right. All right. And yeah, Chris.
So I think he's going to go to special operations now. I think his CO pushed him to go to Buds
Mm-hmm.
Or to-
Okay.
to see
Right.
if he can make it. But he's got an outdoors guy who's a good shot. He's a good medic, and he's good tech. That sounds like a SEAL.
Yep.
So for skills, we're going to go range combat and recon.
All right. So roll one of those as your
It'll
skill
be
roll.
Range combat.
All right.
So 2d10s. 10. 10 and an 8.
All right. So that's a success. So you are now an E5, and your coolness under fire goes up. And roll a D6 for your specialty.
What is a third class petty officer in the Navy? I don't know. Is that E4?
E4. You're an E5. That's a second class.
No, I was just, it's my curiosity.
Which means he probably, if he went to Buds, he now has 2 special warfare pins. He has he has the FMF warfare pin and the SEAL one.
I rolled a 3.
A 3 would be
Infiltrate.
tanker, which would be. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You were in special operations. Infiltrator.
Infiltrator.
Yep,
I remember that one.
That's a good one.
that is a good one. Jeremiah.
Straight combat arms going again. I can't do any more with heavy weapons. It's as high as it can go. So I'm going to go close combat for another one. Bring that to a B, and recon, bring that to a C.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll close combat for that specialty. Which I got a 12 and a 2.
All right, so that's success.
Yep. And let's see, what did I get? 4 machine gunner. Yeah. All right. There we go.
All right, and you are now an E5, and your coolness under fire has gone up.
Yeah, I can't get no higher. We're good there.
Well, you're a sergeant, so. Kyle. I will say, now that you have a term in the education, you could come back and be an officer.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah.
Let's have the guy with the least military knowledge be an officer. Yeah,
Because you were doing spec ops too, weren't you? Isn't that what he was
Yep.
doing at one? Yeah. All right. Go ahead. All right. So you're coming back in as an officer. So
These are some really weird life paths. I just want to say, like, these are some interesting people.
yeah. I actually, this is informing my like what I think where we should go canonically with this too, with some shit. But all right, so you have to have at least intelligence a B. Nothing's a D attribute. Do you have anything as a D?
I have a D. I just noticed. Yes.
All right,
Third.
yeah.
Yeah. Crap. I didn't see that. I knew I had
Tell
to
you
do
what.
education.
Tell you what. I'll make a deal with you if you get your promotion roll. We'll talk about it after that. If you get a promotion, we'll do something.
Be a
Don't say anything,
CWO.
Jeremy. Don't say shit. All right. So, do you want to go into one of the military ones though, like back into like Spec Ops or something?
I mean, yeah, probably just
Okay.
go back into Spec Ops.
Because he could have been taking classes while he was like working in an office or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe he went reserve. Who knows? For a little bit.
throw into recon there. So yeah.
All
I
right.
bet you British MREs are way better than ours.
I did not get a success.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you're still E7. And yeah, I mean that's where you're at. And your coolness under fire does not go up. So I'm guessing you went over to reserves, right? And you were getting a little, you know, getting a little out of shape. That's what
Yeah.
I'm guessing happened. All right. Let's see. So let's roll for the effects of aging. We'll start with that. Brian.
Don't we roll age first?
Oh, yeah. Age first, I guess. So, yeah, D6. Everyone roll a D6.
I got a 4.
All right. 4 more years older.
3.
2. So he's 34.
I got a 6. I'm 39.
We're gonna be a bunch of old ass fuckers. Is what we are.
I put my
Yeah.
20 years in.
Why haven't you retired yet?
He's an E7. he's on the cusp. He's like right there. I was supposed to retire. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. All right. Brian, effects of aging. D8.
8.
All right, you're good. Chris?
Sorry. D8.
Yep, D8.
3.
That will permanently reduce one of your attributes.
Oh,
So either strength, agility, intelligence, or empathy.
We'll go.
I've heard that empathy is a great one to just
yeah. We should just get
your
rid of
knock
him.
down to D.
Shut your face.
He's so salty about it.
I'm going to go with strength.
All right. All right. So how do you think that happened? What do you think?
Actual brute force went down because of all the running, swimming, all that. Like he's more endurance than strength.
Jeremy,
I rolled a 6. So
you're still good. Kyle,
7.
you're still good.
there you go.
Yes.
Now we're gonna roll to see if war started. Brian, D8.
D8. 6.
You're good. Chris,
This is a 50-50 at this point.
6.
Jeremy,
Dang.
4. I'm at war.
Jeremiah is at war.
First one out, as always.
Yep. Kyle.
4. I am also out.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, half and half. I like that. I like that. All right. All right. So that means it stops. So then we're going to do you guys' war term, but it doesn't add on to your age. Your character is the age that they are right now.
Sure.
That's the way it's actually supposed to work. This is fucking awesome. All right, Brian. Term. What do you want to do on your next term?
Next term, I want to do special operations.
All right. All right.
Special operations, I will take 1 in recon, 1 in survival.
All right. So that means you got to roll one of those as your promotion roll.
Right. So then that's 1 and 1. So that's a C and a B. 1 and an 8.
All right, so that's 1 success. Roll a d6 for your rank there, First Sergeant.
2. Ranger.
All right, nice. That's a good one. Ranger is a good one. Chris, what's Doc doing?
He is staying with the SEALs. So we are going to do stamina
Mm-hmm.
and recon or mobility. Mobility.
All right. One of those gets rolled for your
Oh no! Wait a minute.
promotion roll.
The infiltrator thing. I think I should go recon. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. Recon.
Okay.
Okay, and that one, that's the one he's going to roll, is the recon.
Yeah, but infiltrator bonus does not count for this roll.
I know.
It's
I
just
got
a
you.
straight up
It's
recon
just
roll.
going to be an A and a C.
Yep.
12 and a 7.
All right, that's a success. So you are now an E6. And your coolness under fire goes up, and roll a D6 for which specialty?
What is an E6 Navy?
First class petty officer. So you're an HM1.
Okay.
Or
One.
I don't know if the rate changes actually once you become. But I think you still technically are HM, even if you're buds. It's just it applies differently. I'd have to look into that or call my friend.
Rolled a 1 on, so that's paratrooper,
All right.
which I guess fits with the SEAL narrative.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, SEER training would fit the most, but
Totally.
yeah. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, you guys' coolness under fire should have gone up by 1. I don't know where it was at. It's
I
probably
think I'm at
maxed
an A.
out.
Yeah, I think I'm at an A now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Chris.
so did I go to?
Oh,
Did I
right.
go up in rank then?
Yeah, you are an E8 now,
Oh man.
which is a shit. My brain's not working there. First sergeant. You would be a first sergeant. You would. I doubt you'd be a master sergeant with what you're doing. Right, Jeremy? If he's special operations.
Master sergeant. First sergeant is administrative.
Okay, so master sergeant. There you go. Yeah, but I thought no, never mind. Yeah. Okay, so master sergeant. He could be administrative with recon.
I mean, I guess
They have
I mean,
to have first sergeants at recon.
I mean, I guess if he was going to be like company first sergeant or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either or. Do you want to go administrative or more technical?
Not administrative.
Master.
All right. I mean, 1 gets you to sergeant major, though. I don't think master sergeant gets you to sergeant major, does it?
No, it gets you master guns.
Right. Which, yeah. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. D6 for aging. You guys, did you roll that?
By the way, just paratrooper is not that useful when we're going to be on the water on boats. Like, I don't think we're skydiving anytime soon. But it does reduce damage when
No, it'll help you
falling.
with
When falling.
parasailing. What we'll do is we'll get a parachute and tow you behind the boat, man.
Or you could use the parachute for sailing. I don't know.
I
Like,
mean,
make a
that's
sail for it out of it.
Something a SEAL would do.
All right, Brian. D6 for aging.
Got a 4. Puts me
All
at
right, so
35.
4 more years. Yep. Chris?
2.
All right. How old does that make him? No, Chris.
32.
All right, now D8 for the effects of aging. So if you roll less than a 6,
5.
all right, you're. Oh shit, that means one of them goes down. Strength, agility, intelligence, or empathy.
Yay. I guess 7.
All right. Brian? Strength, agility,
I took
intelligence, or
strength
empathy?
down by 1.
All right. All right. And now another D8, Brian and Chris. This is to see if war starts. Brian. No whammy, no whammy.
4.
War started for our master gunner sergeant.
And
Chris.
2.
War started for our first class petty officer also. Woo, I'm glad that didn't go on much longer. I think that's it. Yep, war started for everybody. So now we're going to do the war terms. So the way that works is we are all moving on to the war term. So the at war, you increase any 2 skills of your choice by 1 step each. You cannot increase the same skill up 2 steps this time.
And it doesn't have to be a skill you already have, does it?
No, it's any.
Okay.
I think it's the ones from the at war list.
I don't. Are
I'm
there
looking.
ones at the
I thought there
at-war
were
list?
ones for the at war one. Maybe there aren't. Nope, any skill. Okay, yeah, any skill.
It only matters if you get drafted because then you have to have at least 1 ranged combat.
Right. All right, so Brian, what are you increasing?
I'm going to increase persuasion and survival.
All right. Chris?
Sorry. Medical aid and mobility.
Okay. Jeremiah?
We're gonna go driving and stamina.
Okay. Kyle?
I, ironically enough, did medical aid and mobility as well.
All right. So, since you all are currently military, you will roll a d6 for your at-war specialty that you're going to get. So, Brian, d6.
Brian, D6. 2.
Ranger, did you already have that one?
I already have that one.
You can either pick a new one, pick boatsman, or one of the urban operational ones.
I will actually pick I'll pick the close quarter specialist.
Okay. Chris?
Can we pick, for this scenario, can we pick boatsman?
Sure. I'll say you
Just
can pick
add-
boatsman. Yeah.
And
Just
plus
that
it
someone's
fits-
driving it. Yeah.
And it fits my character as being a SEAL.
I'm okay with that. Jeremy?
I'm gonna roll. I got a 2 ranger. All right. I did not have that one already.
All right. Kyle.
I got a 3.
NBC. See, I knew you were a reporter. I'm just kidding. No, NBC is nuclear, biological, or chemical, which actually gives you a bonus against those things.
Super helpful.
Like for the stamina rolls against it, if I remember correctly, which is really fucking useful when you're dealing with radiation. So. And yeah, so that's all of those. We get the starting gear now. I think that's the next thing we get to do is your guys' starting gear,
Yay.
which should be, let's see, Jeremy was combat arms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian, you were spec ops?
No, he's military. He came back to military, right? Oh, spec ops specifically. For
Yeah, but I thought he did
Special
spec ops.
operations military.
Okay. And Kyle?
Spec ops as well.
Okay. And Chris also spec ops. So, yeah, no shit. This is a pretty stacked fucking team. All right. So the combat arms guys, you get an assault rifle, LMG, or an ATRL. D6 reloads, flak jacket, helmet, knife, or D6 hand grenades, personal med kit, backpack. Spec Ops guys, you'll get an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, any pistol or D6 hand grenades, or rifle-mounted grenade launcher, D6 reloads for each weapon, binoculars or night vision goggles, flak jacket and helmet, knife, personal med kit, backpack.
Where is this located?
That is on
33.
page 33.
I'm literally on that page. I'm an idiot.
It's at the top. It says starting gear.
Yeah.
While you guys are doing this too, we could also roll for rations, which I believe is a D6 for rations and a D6 for water.
Yep.
5 and 4.
All right.
Where's my D6?
I got 2 for food and a 4 for water.
All right.
I got a 2 and a 2.
Okay.
I got 6 water, 1 food.
All right. So you should keep track of the number of containers you guys have as far as like water containers go. So, because that's what that represents also. And I think everyone also has to roll for rads, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the other unfortunate one.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't suck. 2.
2 rads.
Yep.
Is it just a straight D6?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
3.
3 rads.
3.
All
I
right.
got a 2.
All right. Yeah, cool. So let's see. We would determine your guys' hit and stress capacities. If I remember correctly, that is the hit capacities based off of your strength and your agility, like those 2 die sizes, and divided by 4. You add the 2 die sizes together and divide by 4.
Yep.
It does it automatically in our little handy dandy thing.
Mm-hmm. On the roll 21 or on the
roll 21.
Yeah.
What is that? Did you...
And then
is it automatically on the roll 21?
Yep. It's basically you add the 2 die sizes together and then divide by 4. That's it.
And then round up.
Yep. Ooh, also determine your unit morale, which is going to be the highest command in the group. Anybody have command?
Probably not. I don't think anybody took it.
Brian, you got command at all?
Nope.
Chris? All right.
I have a D.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Wait, you have a
D
D in
is-
I
command?
have a D.
All right, so you guys have a unit morale of D.
Thank goodness I went to college.
Wait, you're the officer, aren't you? Or
No.
No,
Couldn't get his
he
officer.
didn't. Yeah, he couldn't make officer because his empathy was too low.
That's right. That's right.
It's being asked in the chat, do rads work differently if you're somewhat out of the way being in Sweden instead of Poland? I think the understanding is that there were still tactical nukes used in Poland from the artillery, or in Sweden from artillery, so there probably would still have exposure. Because, I mean, there's still the cities that got hit pretty hard in Sweden as well. So,
They're just in the metric system instead of
yeah. I mean, so's the Polish ones, I think. They're also on the metric system.
D6 reloads.
I have 3 metric rads instead of imperial rads.
6 fucking reloads for the saw. Yes. All right.
For the saw?
That's right.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
About to tear some shit up.
It's like 600 rounds, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Good thing dude's got the load carrier thing, because that shit's heavy.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah, I think Emmett, the most he had was 300 at one point in time.
Considering that this is going to be short term compared to the other one, I'm going to use 6 ammo dice on the regular.
I don't know if it's short term. It'll just be what it is. But
I'll do warning shots with like 2 ammo dice.
I could do an M16 with an M203 on the bottom.
Yes, you can.
yes, you can.
But you take a -1 to firing the M16 because of the 203.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's built into
It's-
the 203 specs.
makes
and
sense.
it makes sense. It's heavy.
It makes
and
sense. Yeah.
I love
Awkward.
firing the 203 though. I love that sound. Boom. Boom. Question for the other guys is anybody going to take a sniper rifle because you have the sniper skill? Because if so,
Just
I will
thinking
not.
the same question. I'd like to prevent you from being a sniper if at all possible.
I'm totally fine with it.
I am not taking it because I don't have it and won't use it.
I'll take one just to make it different.
Yeah, compared to our other game where 3 of us have sniper rifles.
Now have Dragonoffs. Yeah.
I still don't have one.
Oh man. Dude, this was way quicker than our first go round of character creation. By
That's
the way.
because we didn't know what we were doing the first time.
Yeah, Jeremy's an expert now.
Yeah.
No, I still fucked some things up.
All right, so I got 4 reloads for the M16, and then I took the revolver, and I have 2 reloads for it.
You took the revolver? Of course he did. Do we still get to do group gear?
Yes, you still. Each of you get to pick whatever what was it? One thing of group gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag spoilers. Yep. Sorry about that, Trey. I don't know what the spoiler was.
And I think because my guys
I think all the snipers.
I'm going to go
Sergeant.
M4 instead of M16.
Okay.
I think it makes more sense.
Wait. Spec Ops. What was the? Sorry. Assault rifle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with
assault
M4.
rifle
That
or
makes sense.
sniper.
The M4 makes sense as far as like if you were, SEAL. I mean, realistically, at that time, I think it would have been the M4's close enough. It's fine. That'll work.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it was, though.
Yeah.
It's basically, cut down M16, right?
I think that's what their Marines are switching over to now. The it's another version of the M23, if I remember correctly. It was I don't remember what the designator was for the SEALs at the time. There was different. It's the H&K one that the Marines are using now. It's the same one because that's what the Buds were using. The SEALs were using for a while.
Like MP5 kind of thing?
No. It's 5.56 NATO. It's the same thing. It's a similar build, like the AR, but it's different. It's
I thought it looked or appeared like a cut down M16
Yeah.
or
yeah. Anyway, none of that really matters too much. Not too much. Group gear. Anyone picking anything interesting for group gear?
I forget where it's at. Where was that at?
Group gear is earlier.
It's page 18, 19 in the PDF.
Yep.
That depends. Adam, what are we starting with a boat and what's on it?
Well, see, here's the thing. I was originally going to go small crafts for you guys just because I thought that'd be cool, right? Because it was like, it made sense, whatever. But as this group has kind of like evolved, we've got like multiple spec ops guys, right? And a guy that was like intelligence and like the only one here that was strictly combat arms the whole time, Jeremy, I think was your guy.
It was me.
Which
Yeah,
is fine. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about being really, really nice for y'all.
Oh, that means somebody's dying early.
So, hold on. How am I going to do this? In the, I'll just tell you guys, and we'll go over the stat stuff later. In the hostile waters, there's a boat. Wait, did I share some of these things with you guys? Like what the boats were and shit like that? I don't
No.
remember.
Not really. No.
No,
Okay.
you've kept us in the dark.
All right. So in hostile waters, there is a boat, right, under the U.S. military watercraft. It is a Mark V special operations craft. And it kind of fits in this situation. Now, it does specifically say that there are currently several of these operating with the U.S. Navy forces in the North Atlantic, Mediterranean, and North Seas, but the exact quantity remaining is unknown. So this would be one of those things where it's like, you guys have been, operating relatively solo at this point for a while.
I just rolled a 6 and a 6 for the 2 reloads of my 2 weapons.
So that's what I think I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to let you guys have the special operations craft.
So what's its accompaniment?
Has a reliability of 5, size of 2, which means that's how many hexes it actually occupies on like a battle map. It occupies 2 hexes. Its combat speed is 4, its travel speed is 6. Its armor is 3. As a fuel capacity of 9,840. Its consumption is 100. Its crew is 6, but that would just have someone driving and somebody on every gun. So you don't actually have to have 6, but it could fit another 16 people on top of that.
Shit.
As a cargo that it can hold of 2,500. Its main weapon is a Mark 19 grenade launcher. And it has a M2, it has a Ma Deuce, and it has a 240 on pencils.
You have to have heavy weapons for all of those, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
I get it, but you can't man 3 weapons at once.
Try
Well,
me.
you don't have to have heavy weapons for it. You just would be only rolling agility at that point. So you could still fire it. You just don't get a skill bonus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If it's on a pintle, the heavy weapons, when they're on pintles, you use agility instead of strength.
That makes sense too.
Just this flat agility.
No, I'm saying normally with heavy weapons like machine guns,
Right.
if you're just like shooting them the way Emmett usually does, right?
Right.
You're using strength and the
Right. Heavy weapons.
heavy weapons. When they're mounted on a pintle, it's agility and heavy weapons instead of strength.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's mounted.
Okay, well then I wouldn't be too bad if that's the case, as long as it's mounted.
Yeah.
Because I've got an A in agility, but I don't have anything in heavy weapons, but I have the machine gunner skills, so that would give me a +1, so that would be an A and a D,
Yeah.
and then ammo die.
Yep. So that'd be an A and a D for both the grenade launcher, the 50 cal, or the 240 Bravo. Yep. Which means we also have to roll for reloads for those things. So
That's why I kind of wanted to get to that before picking group gear, if that
Yep.
would be okay.
D6 reloads for each one of those. Who wants to roll them? Weatherman?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been rolling hot as far as ammo goes.
All right, let's go with the Mark 19 first.
I rolled a 5.
Fuck
All right,
yeah.
so that's 5 reloads for the Mark 19. Ma Deuce,
4.
4 reloads for the Ma Deuce. And the 240.
4.
All right.
Well, roll 20 was good for you for ammo.
Very.
I started you guys off in the boat equivalent of a fucking tank.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
won't have it for long. I hope everybody enjoyed this moment right here of joy, because this is it.
Don't put it out in the ether.
Like, wow,
I
that
don't
was
know.
fun having a boat for all of 15 minutes.
I mean, like, I had ideas on what this group was going to be originally, and this is not at all. Like, I was originally going to be like, you guys get a fishing boat, and I'll let you add some weapons to it. You know what I mean? Like, that was my original plan. And then as this went along, I was like, none of these guys are small craft. Like, that's not what they are. These guys are the remnants of some sort of, yeah, your guy might have been a small crafts guy.
My guy was small crafts and then he just got like, that's how he got roped in. He was like, I was small crafts. They like,
Yeah, and they
I
were
was
like,
in
"Come here."
mortars.
I was the last one alive,
alive.
and these guys said, "Hey, you come with us."
We need you to drive our boat.
Wait. You're a gunner? Yeah, come on.
Can you handle the 240? All right, let's go.
I actually like the way that this worked out. My guy fixes things, including people. He's a mechanic and medic.
I like that too. That is kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. People and equipment. That's pretty cool. Group gear. Have you guys picked your group gear yet?
Not yet. Not yet. I don't know. That's tough. I'm struggling with the group gear one.
How many get we each get one? So we get 4 total.
Yeah.
I don't know how many rations everybody else has, but that's the one I rolled terrible on, so I only
What
got
about fuel?
one.
Is fuel going to be a big difficulty with this thing?
Oh yeah, how much starting fuel do we get?
Half. So its capacity is 9,840 liters. Half of that. So 4,920. And it uses 100 liters per hex, if I remember correctly, per 10 kilometer hex.
Ooh, it's tough. It's
So
tough.
I think we have to at least do one thing with extra fuel.
Where the hell is group gear? Why can't I find that?
Page
It is on
18.
page 18.
I'm in the gear section and like one.
Yeah, that's not where it is. It's on, yeah, it's earlier. There's like a lady with a rifle and a ammo can to the
If-
right hand side of it.
Yep,
It,
I got
I,
it.
I think just throwing this out, basic toolkit would be super useful.
I have a backpack. I have NVGs.
Okay, so then if you have MBGs, I'll take Binox then.
Also
Just-
useful.
Yeah, because because you get the choice between the two, so one of us should have one should have the other.
Yeah, but
we
you get
do-
that for your normal starting gear.
Yeah,
You
that's
get either
normal. Yeah,
binoculars or night vision.
Right,
So,
that's what I'm saying is
yeah.
so we have one set of, and then Chris I think gets one of either of those, so
One of either of what?
either binoculars or MBGs.
Are we
Yeah.
we relegated to our own country's weapons? I'm fine with either answer.
No, I'm going to say no, just because we're 3 years into a war of scavenging, and you guys are on a spec ops boat. I imagine you guys have like fucking scavenged whatever the hell you could. You know what I mean? So much like Cole having an AK before, just
Okay.
pick if it's a 74 or 47.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So was Brian saying I get Binox or NVGs just from?
That's
Spec
your
Ops.
spec from your
Yeah.
spec
Okay.
ops. So
Yeah,
you
'cause
pick
I-
one or the other.
I think for the group gear, Kyle's right. My guy's a mechanic and we're on a freaking boat. We need a toolkit.
So we agree on toolkit and fuel, and we got 2 more to get.
I'll take the toolkit.
Did you pick fuel, Kyle? Is that what you
Well,
picked?
I assume we're going to want at least an extra thing of fuel. Am I wrong in thinking that?
It's up to you guys. It's only 100 liters, or potentially 100 liters, a D100. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying it holds 900, so we start with like 4.
9,000.
Oh, so it's not even a drop in a bucket. Oh, I see what you're saying.
GRG.
It's literally like 1.8%.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe fuel's stupid then.
I mean, it's some.
Do we need a dirt bike?
I mean, that would actually that would be kind of fun.
So I picked a sniper rifle, but I don't have an assault rifle. Do we need an additional one of those, or do we want grenades to fish with?
That wouldn't. My thought was, I don't know what everybody else got for rations, but I only got one. So that's where I was leaning towards.
I have 2.
Is another D6 rations. But if we did D6 grenades, that could potentially be
Fishing.
rations, depending.
And that can hunt.
But then you have to cook them.
There's a bow and arrow on there too. Bow and D6 arrows for hunting if you wanted to go that route. So that you're not being heard while hunting.
What was cooking? Survival?
Yes. Yes. Cook was that was survival. Cooking.
All right, we're gonna go with that. All right, so I picked the GRG M48, which is a shoulder-fired rocket launcher. It's the Swedish version of an RPG, effectively,
Makes sense.
and D3 reloads.
All right.
A 2, so I got 1 reload. That sucks.
Does that mean you have? Are they like just because I don't know? Is it like an AT4 or is it reloadable? Like, is it that you have two of them or?
No, it is reloadable.
Okay.
Yeah, because they actually, fun fact I was not aware of, the Swedish developed the Piskat Panzerkat M86 was developed in the mid 1980s to replace the older 74. It was adopted by the U.S. Armed Forces as the M136 AT4.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. That was what replaced the one I picked. Effectively.
Right.
I fired that in basic, actually.
Oh, I was in the army. We had a bunch of money.
All right. So, have you guys picked your gear and shit?
No.
What do we got left? What? You're still trying to think about your gear, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
You can discuss it, guys. I'm fine with that. Like,
So you got a gun. You haven't got anything.
I'm gonna go with
You're going rations.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with rations, and I just rolled a 4, so that put me up to 5 food rations.
Yeah, I decided the rocket launcher because at some point we're gonna go against another boat.
Yeah, came in super handy when we got one.
Yeah, when the APC rolled in, fuck yeah.
I did the toolkit
We also-
because we have to.
Yeah, we'll also have the not the 84, but the
Grenade
Mark
launcher.
19. But yeah,
I only have two rations, but y'all better keep Doc alive, so feed me.
I got 2 rations too. So are we all like?
Well, I just got, like I said, I just rolled a 4, so that just brought me up to 5.
Okay, so 2, 2, 5,
5.
5. No, you got 5, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 14 basically.
Yeah. So what'd you pick, Kyle, for group
I haven't
gear?
picked anything yet for the. I'm just seeing if we need anything as a group.
Chris, what'd you pick?
Toolkit.
Toolkit. Okay.
Toolkit,
rocket
launcher, extra food.
Food.
So
What you got, Kyle?
I mean,
it's whatever you want, Kyle.
I don't
Pick
need
it.
anything.
It's your birthday. Come on.
mean-
this is like goblin heaven right here, bud.
We have 3 belt-fired heavy weapons. Well, one of them's a grenade launcher, so that I guess that's not going to count. But we could get 2 more ammo belts for any of the machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Aren't the 2 machine guns the same?
no,
On
because
the
there's an M2 and a 240. There's a 50
Okay.
cal and a 7.62.
I mean,
50 cal would have been nice when.
my sniper's a 50 cal, so if we if we,
We
went,
We have
Oh,
4
you're taking that
belts.
sniper rifle?
Might as well.
If boats and shit, yeah, vehicles. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Ma Deuce, you can use the same ammo. So
That's what I was just about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get 2 more belts of that.
yeah.
2 more Madus. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We're good.
This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun.
Everybody roll bullet dice. We have plenty of ammo.
Can I call dibs on the Mark 19? I feel like that's
That's for the warning shots.
Oh yeah, fuck around and find out.
I like this. My guy is the anti-Murph.
So since you guys are in the Spec Ops boat, that was kind of my addition to the fucking craziness of this fucking group of people. What do you guys think as far as like group dynamic or like what you guys were doing? You know what I mean? Like same kind of thing was going on in Sweden. They were still in Operation Reset. It was kind of somewhat happening both in Poland and in Sweden at the same time. It was kind of a joint effort. You know what I mean? Like there was communication somewhat between those 2 commands. So they were kind of, it was somewhat a consolidated effort in a sense, just in separate areas. So my idea was based upon the name. You guys are going to be in the Vättern, which is a large lake,
Big ass lake
in the middle of Sweden. And but what do you guys think you were doing? I guess you're actually behind the enemy lines at this point.
Since there's basically like 3 Spec Ops guys, right? Or
Yeah,
like former
yeah.
intelligence or whatever. What the fuck do they know? Like what intel would they have about what's going on? I mean, like other than generic reset of like the NATO forces tried to push the Russians and then got pushed back and whatever.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of details about Operation Reset that haven't been released outside of like to the public. You know what I mean? Like that module hasn't even come out yet.
Right.
So your guys' objectives would have been on a lower end of the echelon. You know what I mean? Like of the what you know. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I have an idea of like what our purpose has been.
Send
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Send it.
Basically a QRF for
I dig it.
anything in the area, right?
I dig it.
On the boat, because a heavily powered or heavily armed fast attack boat essentially.
That's fucking
with
awesome.
With a bunch of dudes who know what they're doing.
So just for other people, QRF
Is a quick reaction force. Sorry, Chris, I stole your thunder.
That's fine.
I just
fine,
got so
but-
excited about the
but-
concept.
But guys get on patrols and they get bogged down or ambushed or whatever. They call in. It's let's call it the version of
Cavalry.
Calling in the cavalry.
Yeah.
Get us the fuck out of here. Help
like
us.
maybe you guys were acting as a QRF for like Force Recon, essentially. That was like further ahead, like whatever's left of Force Recon at this point from the second Mardiv. So because they would have been further along, whatever's left of them, I said.
This is awesome. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Good addition, Chris.
yeah, I like that.
Dude, that MBC thing's pretty dope too.
Yeah, yeah.
It also
Yeah.
gives me the ability to identify nuclear, biological, or chemical effects on things as well. So that's pretty awesome.
So don't eat that bear meat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
You might poop your pants. Don't do that.
didn't like most patrols and everything in Afghanistan have QRFs on the ready for when they got into shit?
Yeah, I mean, well, presumably in Iraq for sure we had QRF that just standing by.
So we're the boat version of that. Yeah, for Force Recon, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Because
makes sense. Yeah.
They would be snooping and pooping in the areas around here.
Yeah,
So
and
we
if
at
you're
least have a radio.
and if your guys buds, is the radio on the boat? Hold on, let me look at the boat. Hold
If
on,
not, we should use that. Is radio on group gear? I thought it was, or no?
PP.
No.
does not have radio listed on here.
It doesn't?
No.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
How do you have a QRF without a radio?
Smoke signals.
I don't know, but it's diesel. If you guys were curious, your boat's diesel, so it could be running on biodiesel at this point. Yeah, no, it doesn't have radio on here.
Well, they radio to our version of headquarters and tell us where to go.
I mean, from where you guys are, you're probably kind of somewhat separated at this point. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was saying, like if you're,
I meant
there's not a-
beforehand.
yes, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
mean,
are we actually starting on that lake, or
Yes, yes.
so that would be my question? Is like, why are we? You know what I mean? Like, what's the significance of this lake?
That's where it comes into, like, we were doing the quick reaction force for
Right.
the significance of lake is it's a
But it's a I mean, it's a landlocked water mass. So
it is there's canals going in
Canals
and out of
that
it.
run all the way across. They run into the Vättern and out of it, like all the way to the west, all the way to the east. You can go all the way across Sweden from that. And so it was kind of a central area, and it's actually ahead of where the Marines
Front line would have been.
Yeah, the front line would have been, but you guys would have been up ahead of them, which is why they were providing support for
Force recon.
recon. Exactly. So,
It all makes so much sense.
yeah.
And yeah, it all makes sense, right? Because you got spec ops guys. It all coalesces into one good picture.
I mean, it would make sense for you guys to have a radio if one of you guys wants to give up the group gear thing to get the radio.
I'm not giving up a rocket launcher. I'm sorry. It's like I feel like we're gonna need that. Like it has saved our ass before.
I think we
So-
need the toolkit in case the boat gets damaged.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
How,
the
what did you
X-
pick?
Two more bands of 50 cal.
We could honestly, we had 4 already. We could swap that for a radio, I guess.
Let's do it.
or rations.
No, we need the food too. I mean, the way it is with ammo, we've got 5 reloads for the Mark 19, which is a shit ton. 4 for the Modus and 4 for the 240. So, and then I've got 6 for the 249 and 1 reload for the rocket launcher. So,
Yeah, but man, we beach the boat and do some hunting.
I mean, have at it. I'm gonna stay with the boat with the Mark 19. That's my job on the boat.
That's okay. My guy's a healer, not a fighter.
Yeah, because the radio was in on like a secondary weapons slot in the other vehicles. Like if I go to the Humvee, it had a secondary weapon, R, but like it doesn't have that on the boat. I mean, I guess one could assume that every boat has a radio, but it doesn't have radio there. Unless it says somewhere that all boats have radios.
I mean, the Cyclone class patrol ship doesn't show that it has a radio.
Right, yeah.
So,
I don't know.
I mean, if we have to make a trade, we have to have a radio. I would think.
I don't have
well,
to.
I guess really we don't because we're now on our own. We're not.
we could say it's damaged. That's
Oh yeah, we could go with that. Yeah, let's say there is a radio, but it's damaged.
that happened to
I
Clark.
like that.
Does that mean
Yeah,
we can fix
yeah.
it?
All right, so
That-
we're keeping the bullets.
You would need replacement parts for the radio.
You need at least one general part.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs to scrounge.
Just say it.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, so you guys were acting as a QRF for the Force Recon that was on the shore. You guys have been cut off from radio contact, and yeah, that's kind of where you guys are at. Does anyone have an idea on like their character's moral code or big dream? Have we even gotten anywhere remotely close to that? Because at this point, we could kind of dive into like the group dynamic. You know what I mean? If you guys kind of want to
I
do
don't
that.
know about the big dream, but as a being Doc,
Mm-hmm.
his his moral code is going to be something about keeping the guys alive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to flesh that out exactly, but it'll be something like
Well,
risking himself.
in the player's manual, under the archetypes, under medic, it did have options for moral codes. It's like you can't save everyone, but you're sure as hell going to try. Harming another human being is wrong. As Seal, I'm going to assume that's not his thing. Or you decide who lives and who dies, which I think is the much darker direction on that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the like can't save everyone, but you can try.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no. That's I looked at the gunner archetype for moral code and the middle one for sure. You're in hell, but hell is pretty funny. Nothing is worth taking seriously. That's it. Fuck it. Could be raining.
So he's what the fuck? What Baldwin? Which was Steve? No.
Animal Mother?
Adam, Adam
yeah.
Baldwin.
Yeah.
Adam Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin,
That was
yeah.
Animal Mother.
Maybe
Yeah.
not that bad. Maybe not that bad. He was kind of a dirtbag.
He was. He was. He really was.
I think he fell into more of the kill them all, let God sort them out.
Yeah.
moral code.
Yeah.
I like that for a gunner.
Brian, what are you thinking? What kind of character type are you thinking? Because that's the other thing too. Is like your guy was like intelligent or spec ops, right?
Yeah.
But then he did like intel, like intelligence shit earlier too.
Yeah,
He's-
and then he went military, intelligence, military spec ops,
yeah. Yeah.
and kind of went that route. And he started out as like a privileged rich kid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. In my head currently, because this is kind of how I operate. I don't know why, but I feel like my character is the moral code would be there is always something to be gained. So
Okay.
he basically he's always looking for what's in it for me. What can I get out of the situation?
Okay. Okay.
And for some reason, Kevin Durant is who's in my head for kind of my character.
Okay.
Who's that?
Kevin Durant? I'm trying to think.
That's the basketball
Durantula.
player, but I think he means somebody else.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I legitimately don't know who we're talking about.
I think I do. I know who he's talking about. Hold on. It is the guy that was he was in the X-Men movies, wasn't he? He in one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the big guy.
Yeah.
big guy.
Yeah.
Big guy. Okay.
The guy that I actually originally pictured in my head for Yuri.
That'd have been good. He would have been really good. That'd have been a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not far off, actually, from kind of what I had in mind, too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of. I mean, I guess he would kind of fall under the same kind of as Yuri in a way.
So about your character, Kyle, where are you thinking your guy is?
So even in just the character creation, my lack of empathy has already held me back in multiple of the things I wanted to do with my life. So that should continue on and just be kind of a shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy who's always been held back because of his inability to really
Relate to
think.
people?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
I actually have, the archetype for the mechanic.
Uh-huh.
I think the moral code for that one is actually more fitting because my guy's kind of both.
Anything or anyone can be fixed. Never lose hope. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a really cool moral code. Yeah. Because I was thinking about that too. Like it could apply to both things.
Hold on. Can we address the fact that Chris is attempting to play an optimist here?
I know. I love it.
Well, no, I get it, but yeah, he can be an optimist and still be mad at you guys if you get hit.
That seems fair. Yeah.
No, you totally can. Trust me, as a corpsman. You can generally be pissed off at the guys in your platoon because they're doing dumb shit and getting hurt.
To make you work.
And
Yeah.
because he's a worrywart about them, he's mad that they're doing stupid shit and getting hit.
Yeah, it's like, here, guys, here's some condoms. Please take them with you and use them if you do anything where you could use the condom. Just use them so I don't have to work more next week, okay?
You mean like put it on the rifle barrel, right?
No,
But
on your gun. Not your rifle, your gun. But yeah,
Stop drinking Monster immediately.
Oh man, no, I like this. I like this a lot. I think we should do how the hell did we do that empathy roll thing before, where we had everyone's kind of like relation with each other? Wasn't there the?
We picked buddies based on it.
Yeah.
How did we do that mechanic?
Maybe we should go back, listen to that.
I
We'll
don't
do that
even
at the
remember.
beginning of the
I don't
next
even
one.
remember.
Okay, everybody pause. If you're live, just pause.
No.
I think
What
I
we
think
did
it
was
we did a D. So like I would roll a D6, and if it was a 1 or 2, a 3 or 4, a 5 or 6.
no. It was actually based off of people's empathy, is what it was. Like I had them roll persuasion rolls with everybody. So that was how we did it. It was a
Right, but I thought we did something else to pick the buddy.
well, you guys based it off of
Out of
who liked who and who didn't like who
I think
was what
we
it
did
was.
that in a different game.
No, that was with
No,
the
that
tank
was
crew.
the tank crew.
Tank crew. So I think we should do that here too, just because that's fun. So this is what we're gonna do. Brian, roll a persuasion roll against Chris.
That's right, because it was opposed persuasion rolls, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do them as opposed. That's just too complicated at that point.
2 6s.
Okay, so that's 2 successes on Chris. Now roll them for Jeremy.
6 and an 8.
Okay, and for Kyle.
3 and a 5.
Kyle's character does not really like you very much.
Not surprised.
Okay, so
Which
the
is
other
funny
two
'cause
guys,
we're both from PA.
the other two guys, they like you, but Kyle's character and you just for some reason he doesn't like you. Chris, persuasion roll on Brian.
Yeah, so I only have a B in empathy.
That's fine.
That's it. So D10s.
Wait,
And actually, none of them were a 1, so it's not that he doesn't like he hates you. He's just kind of like indifferent, if that makes sense. Because it was only with a 1 on the failure that it was a doesn't like hates the other person.
All right,
Gotcha.
so 5 for Brian.
Okay, so Brian's relatively indifferent towards you, Jeremy. No, against Jeremy. I mean,
4
relatively indifferent. So business.
and a 3.
All right, so everyone's just kind of business as usual with you.
Well, he's the medic, so everybody's like, "You serve a very good purpose."
But
Shut up,
keep away
Squid.
from
That's it.
me. Yeah,
You're here
it
to
makes
plug
sense.
holes
Makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to
in the
see
boat
the
and in the
doctor.
people.
Well, it's not only that. Okay, not only that. He's the corpsman, but he's also like a SEAL corpsman. So it's like there's this other layer of like, not only is he a fucking squid, but he's actually like,
a Banff squid.
right, exactly. And so there's a hint of like they don't really know how to treat that at that point. So that would make sense. Jeremy,
All right.
persuasion rolls against Brian.
We're going persuasion. Flat C. I got a C. Just that. All right. 7. One
Success with Brian. So Brian,
right.
your character does like Jeremy's character.
All right. Chris. A 1.
Chris, you hate him.
Well, didn't you already say you're going to play him as like kind of the jokester, doesn't
Like
take anything
fucking-
seriously?
This shit's a fucking joke, man. Like, I don't know why we don't just take this fucking boat, hit the canal, and get the fuck out of here.
So of course the SEAL corpsman isn't going to like him.
Yeah, no, that makes it. So you made a more badass version of Jacob, is what you made.
I'm a 34-year-old corporal. Let's put it that way.
He's been busted down.
Like a couple times.
And JP'd a couple times.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this. Let's go get some beer, man.
He was a staff sergeant until he got in a bar fight.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Oh, and my guy's kind of a by the book
Yeah.
douche.
And
right.
and I got a 2
All
for
right. So,
Kyle.
so Kyle's like relatively indifferent towards you.
Whatever.
So,
I'm a useful member.
all right. Kyle, persuasion roll with Brian.
I am a solid D.
Oh
right.
shit.
All right.
I got a 4.
Okay, so Brian's relatively indifferent towards you, so business as usual.
I got a 1.
Chris also doesn't like you.
I hate everybody, but I'm an optimist.
Yep. And Jeremy.
I also got a 1.
Oh my God.
This fucking spook, man.
No, he went in the reserves and came back in.
This fucking pogue motherfucker.
Oh no, I totally know why my guy doesn't like it.
All
You
right.
fucking people are the ones that got us SEALs in trouble.
Oh, because he was the intelligent.
Bad intel.
Yeah.
Wait, so does nobody like Kyle? Is that the way that's going?
Yeah. Well, Brian's indifferent towards him.
Yeah, how I see it is especially like I said, there's always something to be gained. Chris can patch the boat and me. Helpful. I like him. Jeremiah can carry things and shoot. I like him. The other intelligence guy, it's more like I don't like you because you kind of reflect myself back to me. So it's more of like who's in charge as far as that goes kind of thing.
What is your rank? Because you came back and
I maxed out at E8, before I
E8. Yeah. Master guns.
E7, but 39 years old.
E6.
So Master Gunner Sergeant. Master Sergeant. Master Sergeant. Gunny. HM1. Sergeant.
And Brian, what did you roll for me with you is indifferent, right?
No, I rolled 2 successes.
Oh,
for
so
you and for Jeremiah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I like you. Okay.
all right, Master Sergeant's all right.
Yeah. All right. So your buddy should probably be the one that rolled a good persuasion roll on you. So.
Jeremiah, you were the only one who rolled a good like when you did it, it was only me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to pick you just because you're the only one who reciprocated. Everybody else did not.
Brian doesn't like me. Jeremiah hates me.
No,
Chris
me
hates
and you are just indifferent with each other. The other two actually don't like you. You rolled ones.
So would I not have? I'd probably not have a buddy.
I mean, you could still pick.
Brian.
Yeah. You can pick whoever you want. It doesn't matter. It's more about. It's not about who. It's not you picking someone who likes you. It's picking one of the ones that rolled well against you.
True.
So
I rolled well against Brian. I don't remember who. No, I don't think anyone rolled well against me.
I did. I got 2.
You
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, that's why I just picked you as my buddy. I rolled 2 for you and 2 for Chris.
Yeah, and I got
But
a
you
7
rolled it
for
back.
you.
Yeah, you rolled it back
All
to
right,
me. That's
so
why I picked you.
Master Sergeant seems chill. All right, that's it. He gets it.
I was indifferent towards everybody, but Brian I got the positive on Brian, so he'll be
Okay.
my buddy.
all right.
And it makes sense that the doc is indifferent towards everyone.
Well, it also would make sense that the SEAL would basically fall in under the leadership.
Well, it's at that point it's billet, not rank.
Yeah.
Doc, what's your rank, Doc?
E6.
HM1. Probably an IDC, actually, since he's got the field surgeon thing. He's probably an IDC corpsman, especially since he was with Buds. That's the independent duty corpsman. They basically can act like medical officers. They usually, yeah. So the field surgeon thing makes sense for that.
Kyle, what rank is your character?
E7.
E7. Oh shit! All right, Master Sergeant, you're in charge.
Just wait till we find a captain.
Good old E4.
Wait,
I'll be in charge again.
Kyle's the E7.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Again makes sense why I don't like him. Because like, yeah,
That's
like, dude, you have no experience. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up.
man. I'm just
amazing.
here because they told me to fucking shoot some shit.
They said, point it this way and shoot that. I said, all right.
Aye, sir. Roger that, Master Sergeant. I'll fuck it up.
Yeah, it was basically like, look at the size of that ass. He can carry all that stuff.
Son, can you shoot that thing? Yes,
Fuck
Master
yes,
Sergeant.
sir.
Get on the boat.
Fuck yeah, Master Sergeant.
It is the one thing I am confident I can do.
Master Sergeant, I was born for this.
Oh man. All right, so Kylie's a captain now.
No, he has to kill Master Sergeant. To be...
Yeah. The gunny has yeah. All right, so Jeremy and Brian are reciprocating buddies. Chris, your buddy is going to be Brian,
Yes.
and
Well,
Kyle,
'cause
your
I
bud.
hate the other two. So.
That's fine. And Kyle, your buddy is going to be
Brian.
Brian. Okay, yeah, all right. There we go. Everybody's
Everybody
buddies
loves
with
Master
Brian,
Sergeant.
I guess. Yeah.
So that means if I die, you're all messed because it's going to be like, hey, your buddy died, and your buddy died, and your
Look,
buddy died.
Look, it ain't gonna be the squid. I'm not moving to the squid. Dude's a dick. Fuck that guy. Doc's
It's a
an
land
asshole.
squid.
But that,
a
what's
land
funny
kraken.
is it kind of worked out the same way the last time, to where it was like everybody was actually okay with Kim in the
Lieutenant
beginning.
Kim. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Kim
Yeah,
died, and we all got depressed and, and ended up murdered.
Really interesting that whenever we roll to see who everybody likes, it's usually the person that's like by rank in charge. But in play, we usually kill that person.
That's true. Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my supervisor. Oh man.
This is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
I'm on a boat.
I'll fix the boat if it's fucked up. I'll fix you if you get fucked up. Otherwise, leave me alone.
The fuck
Yeah.
is Doc's problem, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's from Connecticut.
Dude just needs to fucking chill out, drink some fucking Pacifico. Fucking
I was about to say, isn't your
mellow
guy
out, man.
California, Jeremy? Your
Yeah.
guy's from California?
Yeah.
That
I'll
is
pick,
awesome.
I'll pick. It's gonna be like Northern California, though. You know
Of
what I
course.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Northern California.
The wine country guy.
No,
Meth country, maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
A lot of farming up there too.
Yeah, he's blue collar. You know.
All right. Well, unless you guys got any other observations you want to make about the general dynamic, because I'm cool with you guys BSing a little bit more about it if you want to, or we could call it a night and see what we come up with between now and the next session. But,
Yeah, I think we'll just chew on this and
okay.
You guys have names for your guys yet?
nah.
No,
I
I'll probably
am
figure that
Patrick
out.
Diggs from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Patrick Diggs.
Diggs. All right. I do have a big dream, and I think probably only Adam will get this one at the moment, and we'll have to explain it. My big dream is to get a pair of Mickey Mouse boots. That's what I want, because I'm tired of my feet being fucking cold
Yeah.
and wet, and I just want a pair of fucking blow up rubber boots. It's
Yep.
what I want.
Yeah. The cold weather,
Just
fucking Mickey Mouse
fucking-
boots.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of these goddamn Cadillacs being fucking soaked to the bone on this goddamn boat.
I mean, honestly, if you guys were in Sweden, the possibility that you
Oh
guys
no, they
actually...
were ruined.
Okay. Because
Even
I was
if
going to
he
say you
had
guys
them, they were
probably have cold weather gear. Like, that's...
No, he lost his. He lost his. I don't know how, but they're gone.
All right.
Oh, great! I'll have to treat you for exposure regularly.
Dude, get me some fucking boots, and we won't have to worry about
Don't
it.
lose them, you fucking idiot. Be responsible.
Yeah. So, Brian, I'm assuming you don't have a big dream yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll kick it around.
All right. All right. Kyle,
I got some workshopping to
Nothing
do.
yet.
nothing. Okay.
No dream, no moral code yet.
But if anybody out there wants to throw some ideas around as far as our fans and whatnot, I'll consider it.
All right. Well, that about gets to the end of our character creation. I believe we had scheduled the next actual recording session for this. I'm looking on my calendar in September on the 25th is when we're going to be recording episode 1. Even though this went out to what?
No, 25th of September. No,
Oh.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. I know.
By the way, I do have a name for my guy.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Is it Murph or
Is it
Chris? Is it Chris?
Christofferson.
First name is Philip. Last name is LeBeau, but Doc LeBeau.
Okay. So like French Canadian.
Not French Canadian,
He's
just
Connecticut.
family's got French ancestry.
Yeah. Well, it's like, regionally,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
It makes sense. Yeah. I like that. All right. But yeah, so like I said, September 25th, we're going to be recording our episode 1 and episode 2 of this. That'll be live for our $5 patrons. What? It'll be episode 1 and episode 2. This is 0. I always count the session 0 as 0. I don't count this as one episode. This is an
I guess I didn't realize we were doing 2. I didn't realize we were doing our normal like recording 2 and then.
That's my plan is to do like, and then they'll get split up after the live session into episode 1 and episode 2, which will then get released to all of our patrons, not
After
just
they
the
get
NCO and higher. So everyone that was joining us in the chat, Snap Ninja, Nate, our British friend, PB, and Trey,
I was
you
going
were
to say,
there
don't
too.
forget about Trey.
I'm looking through here to make sure I got everybody. And
but
hope you
forgot
enjoyed your
about
breakfast. Not Trey. And we'll sign off. Anyone want to say anything? Master Sergeant, you got anything before we go?
Nope.
Nope. Just Oorah, adapt and overcome.
Oorah.
And thank you.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see y'all the end of September. So,
Hope I don't drown.
oh, you'll definitely drown.